Hi everyone, it's Diane with Batik, and today is Fabric Friday. I'm starting the day over here in front of our canvas collection because we are going to introduce 7 additional Batik canvas fabrics. This is the lighter 5.0 ounce, as well as 1 Batik linen. The other inventory updates that I do want to share with you right away is that we are back in stock of our entire collection of nuance gradations, our 45-inch wide gradations. And we have, I think we have 29 different shades of our gradation collection. And so if you have a back order or are waiting on a project kit or something, a bundle or something that required one of those fabrics that were out of stock, we are trying to work our back orders first to get everything out to you. So I just wanted to share that that's back in stock. But let's jump in and take a look at this new fabric. The Batik linen, I wish I was sitting in front of the Batik linen so that you could see the entire collection of linen as well. But our linen is 54 inches wide, and it's really, I love working with the linen. It is perfect for tops and jackets and dresses and skirts. But if you're wearing a skirt, definitely line the fabric or wear some form of a slip. But this is the newest addition, and this is the Valhalla motif in the shade of Lavender Lantern. It's a very popular shade for you in our Batik Rayon collection. We seem to never keep that in stock. So it just seemed perfect to add it to our collection of linen. And I think I'm gonna have to do an episode here shortly on our linen and work on a few more projects with our Batik linen. It's just so great to work with. It's simple to sew with, simple to press, simple to work with. You know, I recommend our Silk Envy for the interfacing, an 80-12 as your needle, and thread, your favorite thread that matches the color. Nothing else to it, but just, you know, pre-washing the fabric, and it's just easy to care for. Now, just know that as a linen, you may need to do a little bit of pressing if you like the pressed look, but it also looks amazing if you wash it, put it in the dryer, take it out and wear it. It's just a beautiful, beautiful feel and beautiful look. So I'm glad we have another addition to that collection. The 7 new Batik canvas fabrics. I'm going to have to increase the size of our rack back here. We seem to be adding and adding, which is fantastic. I'm going to show each one of them here. The first one I'm going to share with you is the Flock Together motif, and this is the colorway of Natural Sapphire, and it is kind of a deep, deep charcoaly blue with hints of turquoise and a little bit of periwinkle purple. Purple goes so well with this fabric. I never thought it did until somebody put together a pre-quilt project for me with the canvas and cotton with a lilac with this, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. I didn't think it was going to be gorgeous, but it was gorgeous. So I love putting together different fabric combinations to see what is perfect for your project. So always remember to ask us for that as well. But this is Flock Together Natural Sapphire. Now our canvas, as I had mentioned, this is the 5 ounce, so it's a lighter weight canvas, and it is 57 to 60 inches wide. So when you're planning, just know that it matches the width of the Soft and Stable. So it's perfect for pre-quilting or quilting with it because you can use the whole entire piece of Soft and Stable as well as the canvas. So it's a great width for that. The next new fabric is our Valhalla motif. And this is the shade, oh my gosh, I'm gonna forget. This is the shade of Aubergine. So the background isn't necessarily a blue. I hope it's reading properly here, but it's like an eggplant. It's really a deep, deep eggplant shade. It's just a beautiful shade. And on our website, you're going to see images of each one of these fabrics, but I tried to set our Batik cotton swatches on top of it so that you could see the shades that kind of naturally coordinate. That helps out, I'm sure, when you are working on figuring out your projects for bags or pre-quilted fabric for a jacket, whatever it happens to be. The next new fabric is our Medora Flora motif, and this is the shade of Flax. So this is kind of a tan, kind of a goldy tan background with shades of green, an olive green, and burgundy, kind of that deep wine Merlot shade. They show up within the motif themselves. Okay. Our next shade, which is a new shade for us, actually, we don't have this in any other fabric base, is Amazon. This is Medora Flora in the shade of Amazon. So it's almost the opposite of the Flax that I just shared with you. It has a deep, deep, rich green, and in the motif is lighter shades of that green along with the wine shade. Absolutely gorgeous, very rich. And that's the shade of Amazon. Pastel Delight is this shade. And this again is the Valhalla motif. So if you're looking for something just a little lighter and a little, I guess pastel is really the way to look at this, thus its color name. You can work with so many different color shades with this fabric, whether it be a lilac or a rose or yellow, minty green, or just a really, really light blue. And remember too that when you're working with our canvas, we recommend probably a 90-14 needle. If you're only sewing like a couple of layers of fabric or some basic sewing, you can get away with an 80-12. That's never a problem. But if you're working with a lot of thickness, definitely increase that to be a 90-14. If it's super, super thick, definitely go up to a 16, but I've never really had to use a size 16 needle. So we added to our rainbow colorway by adding the Gardenista Vine motif. And this is the first time we've put this colorway in the Gardenista Vine motif, and I just love it. Look how bright it is. It's just fantastic. The first one that we produced is the Phoenix motif. Gosh, you can do so many different things with this fabric. And the last of our 7 new fabrics is, again, the Flock Together motif. And this is the shade of Cerulean. It's just that beautiful kind of a periwinkle blue shade to it. And again, this is all 57 inches wide, and it is the lighter weight, light to mid-weight canvas. And you know, the canvas, as you've seen me showing different samples and swatches, and I'm going to grab one bag here, but the Night and Day bag, which is a pattern by Annie, this has the canvas as the main fabric on the outside and our coordinating cotton on the inside. And then when you work a set together, it's really great because this is the motif of Violetta that was pre-quilted. Here's the hand-dyed soft mint. So we have the hand-dyed as well as the Violetta motif. And then it all coordinates with this beautiful Phoenix cotton fabric in the shade of Rainbow Sherbet. Isn't this just a great bag combination? Think holiday gifts. Anyway, it's just a great weight to work with when you're making bags or our quilted jacket. I made the quilted jacket, the Tamarack jacket, using the Phoenix Lake fabric and one of our coordinating cottons as well. So, new collections. Enjoy shopping these collections, and if you need a swatch, let us know. So, let's go talk about the top I'm wearing. I'm really excited to share with you 2 of the new fabrics that we've added to our rayon collection, and I'm sitting in front of all of the new fabrics behind me there. They are, I don't know, that the rich color in these fabrics really just got me to say, I got to make a garment. We got to sew something up with these beautiful fabrics. And so I selected the Sacred Branch motif, is the same motif for both of these garments. And this is the Passionate Purple colorway, which is just such a rich color. I'm wearing the Forward Fuchsia color, and it has just hints of kind of an eggplant purple with the fuchsia shade, and it is just rich and beautiful. Same here. This has kind of a deep blue undertone to it, along with that rich purple. But I wanted to share a pattern that I had in my pattern collection years ago and found out that it had changed its name and number. It was, so if you have this in your pattern collection, this is the garment. It was Simplicity 1280. And it is a wrap style top with a little keyhole up here. Just pull over your head. Option for elastic wrist, or just an open wrist is what I'm wearing here. And then this pattern also came with leggings, which did not show up in the future pattern version. Now, if you're looking for the new pattern and what we have on our website and we'll include in our garment kits is new look. The number is 6555. And so it's the exact same top with a couple of different views and variations to it. It's really interesting because I was going to make, well, let me step back. View A is the garment here, and it has an option to put elastic in the waistband as well as in the arm opening. I did not put the elastic in the waistband. I don't feel comfortable with elastic around the waist, and so for me, I just avoided that. But I do like the option of the elastic at the cuff, and I just think it just adds a little bit of drape and fluidity to the sleeve of this garment. I just think it's really beautiful. The top of the neckline is a bias strip that's actually sewn all the way around the neck. And so it's giving it that keyhole look right here in the front. It has a wrap front that's attached. I'm going to try to kind of show that the front pattern pieces are 2 wrap pieces that are then finished, and they're tacked down right at the bottom in the front here so that they don't move. And it just gives it that beautiful wrap look to it. And then the back, the pattern piece is actually positioned on the fold. So it's very simple to style. A couple things to think about this particular pattern though that I'm realizing is the arm opening, the arm side is very small. And so if you have a favorite pattern that you believe fits you beautifully, especially in the arm area, you might want to position your pattern pieces one on top of another to see how they fit for you. I just seem to find it to be a little bit small, or maybe I've been making a lot of kimono style tops recently, I don't know, but it just felt a little snug right through here. Okay, so that's the only thing that I think to think about this garment, but otherwise it's really, I find it to be an easy garment to sew. Just make sure that you're following your grain line when you're laying out your pattern pieces. And as you would imagine, you have to cut separate front pattern pieces because of how they're positioned on the fabric. And, you know, back on the fold, 2 sleeves and a facing. And that's it. Our garment kits will include elastic, just in case you want to put the elastic in. I'm also wearing a version of it that does not have elastic. And I like the length of the sleeve. I will tell you that too. I think the length is a little shorter. It's meant to be worn a little higher on your wrist. And I'm going to show you the older pattern version so that you can kind of see how it is shorter on your wrist or on your arm. And she is wearing a version that does have the elastic in the waist. And if that's your choice and you like that look, definitely follow those instructions for the elastic in the waist. It's just not something that I really like for me personally. But you'll really love this pattern. And it's one size fits all pattern, which means that it ranges from an extra small to an extra large. And those measurements, I think what you have to really pay attention to on this particular garment is the bust measurement. So the extra small is a 30.5, and an extra large is a 46. And I would say that the amount of ease is about 6 inches. So it does have a nice roomy feel to it. And yes, so the finished bust is 38.5 to a 52.5. Now, I tried to challenge myself, and I probably challenged Kathy a lot too. But what I wanted to do is create this same garment without, and the same look of this garment without the wrap style front. Because the second version or views on this particular garment do not have the wrap style on it, which is in essence what this model is wearing. But I really didn't want to have the asymmetric hemline, and I didn't want to make a kimono style top. I really wanted for fall and winter a longer sleeve, and so I thought, well, what would it take to make view A without the wrap front, just to simplify it a little bit. And so that is what we did to make the garment that I am wearing, which does not have the wrap. So what we did is we laid out the pattern pieces for the front of view A, which is the wrap, against the pattern pieces for view B and C, which was supposed to be a kimono style top, so no sleeve. I just didn't want that look, and I didn't want to have to extend the sleeve, but you could do that and also get the same look of what we attempted to do here. But I just really wanted to have the inset sleeve and a straight front. So I do have a seam going down the front, but no seam in the back. And it is rather full, I will say. It's kind of got that really roomy, if I ate too much at dinner look to it, no one would know. It has that really, really beautiful flowy look to it. And this is what it looks like without the elastic in the sleeve. So it's that really, really nice length. And, but I can't get over the fabric. I just really believe that this is just a wonderful color on me. And I think I'm going to make a couple of more. I'd like to share with you how we modified the wrap style top into the straight garment that I'm wearing right now, which has a center seam going down the front. On the table is the front pattern piece for the kimono style view. Okay, so you'll see here's the side seams along with the opening for the arm. Same shoulder and neckline opening with the V, the keyhole V down the front, and then there is a front center seam. So I wanted this look of the front without the kimono style sleeve. So Kathy traced off the front pattern piece for the wrap style front, okay? And we cut 2 of these to make that wrap style view. But if we match up the dot and our shoulder, I believe it was a medium, and so we have that positioned in place, coming straight down here, and that these 2 dots are really the point to which you attach your neckline facing and the V. And all of that matches nicely. See, here's the difference between the sleeve opening of the inset sleeve version that I'm wearing and the kimono style. It is a lot smaller, which is traditional for the difference between these two sleeve styles. And of course, the wrap version of the garment is also shorter. So take that into consideration as well. So with all this kind of in place, Kathy then created another tissue paper with that same sleeve opening and following the side seam of the kimono, which makes it wider. So it makes it more fluid and loose feeling. And then we just did the straight seam down the front. And it's a little longer, okay? So it matches the length of the kimono style top, also in this pattern. So that's basically what we did. Now, she did add a little bit of extra here to the V portion of the garment so that when you fold it under and under again, you have a little bit more fabric to work with for top stitching the finished edge of the V. So this is how we modified the wrap style top to have a center seam instead of the wrapped pieces. That is the top that we made, and Kathy sewed these up beautifully. What I'd like to share with you now are a couple of other fabrics from our collection that would really be beautiful in this top. So we have our passionate purple, and I'm wearing the forward fuchsia. One of my favorite shades is the shade of auburn. And this again is the sacred branch motif. And look how fun that would be worn in this garment. Or if you have another top that you are thinking, what can I make that out of? This would be an amazing, amazing color. I've been looking a lot also at the blue fabrics back here, and Spa Blue is one of those shades that I think can be worn any time of year. And this is just a delicate blue. Again, now you can really see that sacred branch motif. Do you see that? It's just gorgeous. And so this blue would be a beautiful top. It does kind of say summer and spring, but I think it would be gorgeous for a winter long sleeve top or dress or jacket as well. And then the third one I have been eyeing for quite some time is this hand-dyed, no motif on this one, but the hand-dyed lamb chop. Look at the colors in here. That would be gorgeous as well. Isn't that pretty? Just the pinks and the subtle blues. So, oh, one more. Sangria. This is the Valhalla motif in the colorway of Sangria. And I think I mentioned this one a couple of weeks back that I haven't selected a project yet for this, but look at this colorway. If I can get that label out of the way there. Just the combination of shades that are in here. It kind of has that fuchsia look to it, plus the purples. And again, this is the Valhalla motif. So many different shades to pick from, and you'll have to let me know in the comments below which fabric is your favorite colorway, whether it be from our new collection or any of our Batik Rayons that we have on our collection page. So look on our website for this new garment kit. Actually, there's going to be 2 different garment kits because the yardage for the fabric needed for each view of this pattern, the New Look 6555, is a little bit different. And so we do have 2 different garment kits on our website, and they will include the rayon of your choice, the elastic, just in case you do want to have the elastic in the arm as well as in the waist. I have to remember, there isn't really any interfacing for this garment at all. And then there'll be an optional pattern. So if you already have the pattern, or you have a different source for your pattern, or you had this one from long ago, the simplicity pattern, you have the option of adding the pattern as well. But again, now working with our rayon, pre-wash your fabric because we want to make sure that everything comes out the way that you want it to after you've sewn your garment. And a needle of an 80-12. And I do use a coordinating thread that is typically a 40 weight or a 50 weight. And So Fine by Superior Thread is really my preference for thread. What else? If we had interfacing in this particular garment, I would have also used the Envy Silk, which is what I mentioned over when we were talking about our new linen fabric as well. So if you have any questions, let us know. We're so excited about our new fabrics. It's just been kind of a whirlwind of whether it be the new rayon, the new canvas, our heavyweight canvas, the 8.6 ounce canvas, and then some additional linens recently. So it's been really fun to share all this new fabric with you. So if you have any questions, let me know. Let me know again your favorite color, and happy Friday. Enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend, and keep sewing, smiling, and sharing.